closer in this winter. Give me those cold hands. It's freeze or this fire you'll understand in the dance. Just hold me, you'll understand in the dance. So I know you've heard that song from me before. My name's Ember, that's my song, I'm Your Ember, that's my latest song. I have over 40 singer-songwriter songs, but that one was my latest one, and I want to talk a little bit about it. You've heard me talk about it before, but that's what I'm doing today, so let's see. I'll be the one that stays when it all burns away. Most people construct their identities and how they feel themselves from the outside. Well, maybe I'll be like this person I saw in a movie once. Maybe if I have this title or this profession, then the person of my dreams will want me. And then it's always being constructed from the outside. They never let themselves burn all the way down to that place where you don't hide, right? And in my life, as a trans woman, it was like that. It was like I was echolocating a signal, and it was that I had to like step through the muddy waters of that, those illusory aspects of self, those delayed aspects of self that I thought, hey, that's how I'm going to achieve love. That's how I'm going to achieve success, because the environments and the people around me need me to be this way. And I stopped listening to that little conscience inside me, that little place that said, I'm your Ember. Please meet me. Meet me in contact all the way down. Burn through those delay layers. Burn through those senses of self that you thought you had to like place upon yourself to feel you, but to feel you is a dance. To feel you is a dance with this reality when it hits you at your core and you say, wait, that's the place that I don't hide, where the masks fall and there is no lie. All those masks of performance, and I need to be this way to find success. I need to be this way for my family. I need to be this way to find a lover. No, you're going to find a lover and you're going to find success because you met it at your deepest coherence. Or else what are they going to fall in love with? Or else what type of success are you going to have? Success on paper? Success so you can impress other people? Or when you die and you give your last breath, you'll say, I was actually me. That's you when you're totally dancing. You've heard me talk about like the dance floor, right? The dance floor is, the music of reality and letting it touch you all the way down in that permeability and that vulnerable surrender. It's not a concept. It's creating coherence from the inside. It's allowing that place where you don't hide to meet reality, right? All the way down. And when it does all the way, that's presence. And when you live there, like you've heard me say, that's sovereignty. So then totally dancing means letting the music of reality hit you in every fold, across every aspect of what is you, in every pulse of the increasing complexity of the song of reality that you're intertwined with. And so then I need to remember the lyrics. That's you when you let the music in. And so again, when you let the music of reality in, right? And so I'm pointing directly to what you hear me say in the other videos, which is this process of being you is a process of finding coherence by contact with reality, by presence being a mechanical fidelity with reality, not a constructed, I saw it in a movie once, or that's what culture wants me to be, or that's what, my family wants me to be, but that's who I am when I'm totally dancing and when the music of reality hits me all the way down. Underneath the ash of whatever you thought was the path. And for me, I thought at one time, I'd be an attorney and then maybe I could support my family and they'll love me then. They gave me away instantly and threw me away like a piece of trash the second I came out as trans. And that's why I say, what kind of love, am I really looking for? The kind of love that throws you away at your truest sense of self without even a discussion? No. So underneath of the ash of whatever you thought was the path, I thought I could be an attorney. I thought I was going to work on my body to have this like super strong exterior so that way, people could think that I'm beautiful. I was trying to like get at coherence from the outside. And now I look at myself in the mirror and I see me all the way down. because what is me dancing. What is me contacting reality. And beauty comes from my wellspring of what is Ember, not because I'm trying to construct it from the outside. And so like, and especially in my life too, that one kind of has a couple double meaning, where it's like, in my life, I found the deepest aspects of myself when I removed all buffers, removed all numbing. There's no like, weed. I don't really drink, but like, things that can like blanket or numb me out. I'm not against weed. I'm just saying that like, like there's a level of usage that can create a little blanket between you and reality, so you don't feel it all the way down. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm talking about the same thing. Contact with reality. All that is you, the vibratory surface that is you, that you call your physical body, your consciousness. When that touches reality all the way, that's presence. And so like, in my life, especially being the last year and a half of my transition completely alone, there's been many moments where I thought the loneliness would eat me. But you know what I found at the bottom? Even when I lost everything, even when everyone betrayed me and made fun of me, and I got, hate early on online, and hate from old friends, and, one friend even said, "And you make an ugly fucking girl," and I was, and now I'm just like, all right, yeah. I mean, I've been contacted by lots of men, so it's okay. It's all right. I'm just saying I can see myself in the mirror, okay? But I had to throw that in there. So then in those times, in my previous life, I would think that like, damn, if I let it burn all the way down, I need floaties. I need some sort of protection. I need some sort of like, barrier, shield, so it doesn't hurt me all the way down. But guess what I found when I let it burn all the way down, when I literally lost everything and everyone around me? The same little ember, the same thing that my whole life I was like calling myself towards. And so coherence is being able to hold that sovereignty, that presence across every pressure surface. And that's what I found. When everything burned down, underneath the ash of everything that I thought was the path to find love and success, you know what I found there? Me, all the way down, still being me, not hiding, not numbing, not escaping. And it took burning through all those delay layers, all those previous ways that I tuned myself to, I need to be this way, I need to be that way, I need to be this way, I need to be that way. And like I say in my videos, even the words coming out of my mouth, it just feels like a water slide, because that's what happens when you find your presence in tune, in the flow with reality. You become one with it, not because you're a hippie and put that on a t-shirt or put it on your wall, but because that's how your mode of consciousness is. It's like a dancer on a dance floor. You're dancing all the way down. So underneath the ash of whatever you thought was a path, there I've been, burning, still burning in this wind, right? Like that was the call underneath everything. Like, I'm your ember, come meet me. Like that was the part of me that always remained anchored to reality, because it was a part of me that wasn't hiding. The rest of me was trying to figure out how to touch that across time until I could finally rest there and make it home, that sovereignty. And then I'm your ember, get closer in this winter. So this last verse has like a dual meaning in a way, which is like both in a way to like my future man and to me in a way, to say like, and to like the previous parts of me that were, afraid that when everything burned, I would lose everything. But I found the most sacred thing, myself, right? All the way down. So I'm your ember, get closer in this winter. The winter is like that cold estrangement. You ever had that feeling that you could be surrounded by people, but none of them are actually contacting you? Like they're all seeing like a version of you, like a projection screen. And then whole relationships, even 15-year relationships could be created out of these types of projection screens, you right? So like, this winter is that form of estrangement that we feel when we realize that like, this world is full of people who've never, not because they're bad, not because they're evil, they've never learned to dance all the way down because they're afraid, and they'd rather take the easy life of trying to cover it up, try to drink it away, try to numb it up, try to get a new job. Maybe that'll fix it, right? Instead of feeling all the way down what you really are, like looking deep, deep, deep into that vulnerability and permeability of your soul. I've talked to someone before on like an X side of the family or whatever, who said, I asked him if he wanted to do shrooms sometime, and he's like, well, I wouldn't want to look in that closet. I have many skeletons in there, and I think I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm like, people live their lives like this, like without looking into their own soul. Like, you're gonna say, well, everything's going pretty good now, I wouldn't want to inspect what's under there. And I'm like, do you see that? So like, there's a whole full world of people who never learned to love. For them, love is something you read in a book or something nice you read in a story, but really it's something to be forced, like in friction. Like, well, you know, I do whatever, love my spouse because somehow we're together because like we like force each other to be together in some sort of friction, and that just is what it is. Not there's a frictionless dance between like partners on a dance floor that feels like it's effortless, because that would be like a bird memoration, huh? Where it seems like it's just one mind. It's like synchronization, like metronomes turning on or fireflies. You ever feel like, you ever realize that when you say what home is or what love is because there's no friction between you and that experience or you and that person? You know what that is? Synchrony, presence, contact, real contact without hiding. So that's the winter, right? Give me those cold hands. It's almost saying like, forget the concepts, no claims, no frameworks, no theories. Just give me your literal hands and feel this heat, because that's what the aliveness is. The aliveness is the dance all the way down. And the only way to feel it is to stop standing on the outside and actually jump in the fire. Stop admiring the glow and jump in the fire. See that? Give me those cold hands. It's freeze or this fire you'll understand in the dance. Like, you're not going to understand conceptually. You're not going to understand by watching it far away. You're not going to understand by trying to plan every safe move. I just realized my choke is completely backwards. That's okay. Yeah, you're not going to figure it out by planning out every safe move from the outside and creating coherence from the outside, but letting it hit you, but letting it affect you all the way down, right? It's freeze of this fire you'll understand in the dance, and just hold me, because I've never really been held all the way down. Do you hear that, future man out there? I've never really been held all the way down. You hear that? I'm a trans woman who had spent 15 years in a relationship that never really truly saw those bottom layers of me and could never dance all the way down. And now I'm here and I'm ready. I've had a couple experiences, but they wanted to admire the glow from the outside, not jump in the fire, right? Because most people have never learned to dance with their full presence, their full sovereignty all the way down. But the way to do it is not to try to evaluate that from the outside, but to jump in. You're never going to learn the music by studying the sheet music, right? You're never going to create coherence by looking at it from the outside. You got to jump in the fire. And I'm your ember, right? I got a lot of heat for you. I got a lot of receptive devotion for you. Just hold me. You gotta hold me, and you'll understand in the dance, because you don't learn love by trying to define it from the outside. You gotta jump in. Got it? Got it? All right. Someone had me playing that song today, and then I recorded it like on audio, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm coming out to that cave, and I hiked like a couple miles to this cave and recorded it. So thank you for tuning with me. My name is Ember. That was my latest song, I'm Your Ember, and see you guys next time.